So another of our choices is grant-funded small-scale trials. So that's an opportunity for schools, or we're kind of calling stage 3 or stage 4, where stage 1 and 2 is for those schools wanting to take part in replication of some of the neuroscience trials that we've run this year, but also for schools, we're very aware in some clusters where data's being gathered, which looks really promising, that might want to sort of build that perhaps with a control group so that it extends just beyond one school or one class, so that there's some promising data. So once that data is gathered with a control to show that actually this intervention does have promise and we'd like to test it further, perhaps on a bigger scale, then there's an option to apply for grant funding. And this is a pot of money from the LLP that is available through 3 competitive rounds of applications, 1 each term. If you are a school that had attended the innovation training this year, so some school-based leads came on that training, which was 3 half days. If you took part in that, then you as a school or as a cluster may feel that you're ready and we've got the data, including the control, to run our own trial. So if you're happy to run with that and feel you have everything that you need with a larger number of pupils and gathering that data, you can submit your application and you will receive that within 2 weeks of that application, you'll know whether or not you have been successful. You'll get support from a mentor at Cairo Research School who will support you in running your trial. And the grants can be anything from £600 to £3,000. So it might cover time out for your staff to design the trial, to do training for staff, or to actually run the trial, to conduct interviews, or in resourcing the trial as well, but not forgetting how important it is to cover costs of time. If your school-based lead has attended the training already as part of the innovation workshops, then you may feel ready just to put in your application. However, if no representative from your cluster, or you're joining a new cluster and want to take part in the trial and apply for some grant funding, then it may be that you want to send somebody, interested in research in your school, along to the one-day training, which kind of condenses down the training that was offered through the innovation workshops this year. So there will be a chance for any school, whether you attended the innovation training or not, to come along and join us in the afternoon, and we will support you in putting together your bid for the funding. This isn't to say obviously it's competitive, so there's nothing to guarantee that you will be successful or not, but what does need to be in place is that you have used a control as part of your trial to evidence actually this has promise. It's not just some ad hoc thing that we think will has legs. It's actually something that's got some promise as a project that you want to investigate further. So a mentor will be allocated from Cairo Research School to check in with the schools prior to each payment milestone, and also there will be sort of 3 phone calls as well to check in, so that you can ask any questions of your mentor, and they can check that everything is running as it should and support you with any issues that have arisen. You will also have to, at the end of the trial, complete a research poster, which again the training supports you in, so that you can have that end product in mind as you go through the process of running the trial.